I was in my last relationship for almost like 4 years. And then I thought about it even more. I'm like, she approached me. So really, I haven't asked a girl out in like 5 years. And that's intimidating because that's pre-pandemic days, you know? And like, they were like, try the apps. I'm like, yo, the apps, it's a scary world in the apps, man. Also, I speak in GIFs. Not so receptive on the apps. And I'm also a Scorpio, which is like, why? What did my people do to you? We are the most discriminated group on the apps. The Geminis? I don't know, man. Because like I did this again in pre-pandemic days. That's when I tried the apps. And pre-pandemic days, girl would be like, what's your horoscope sign? What's your moon rising? When were you born? And I'm like, I'm a Scorpio, automatic unmatch, bro. I'm just like, so I can't do the apps. All right, today is the day. Today we are gonna give you guys a little rundown of how we prep for a show. We're having our Yalla comedy show at the Drake Hotel. It's gonna be our biggest show yet. We're expecting about 100 people, so I'm super excited. So you're gonna walk through with me, what do I do in a regular day? We are, I think, at the border of Little Italy. We're gonna start off the day at our barber shop. Shout out to our boy Bradley. He is one of 2 barbers that I go to. A barber situation, a little sensitive, you know, it's like more sensitive than having a marriage. Tony, my second barber, you are my first love, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta switch sides. And Bradley, you have no idea that I had a second barber. So probably when you watch this, just don't mess up my fade next time. So let's go. We're gonna check out Blood Bandages, one of the best barbershops in the city. And let's get it.
Doing this entire show on your own?
No, I'm just hosting, so I'm not really performing.
So why am I going? I want to see all you perform the entire time.
That could be the next show.
But what are you nervous about?
No turtle heads. It's the nerves. Just the nerves getting on stage. Also, it's my biggest show in Toronto. I've never done this big of a show.
Remember the time I told you to go and apply for like using the space in Drake? Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden you had a friend that worked there after you discussed this?
Yep. Basically what he's saying is none of this would be possible without Bradley.
That's right.
I won't forget you when the royalties start coming in.
I'm on Tinder, right? Minding my business, and I get matched up with a guy named Ahmed. I'm sure. Does anybody know an Ahmed in the room? I bet you everybody, yalla. I don't know. Anyways, this guy's like, hey, can we get on FaceTime? This way we can see each other. And I'm like, well, now I gotta talk to this fucking guy, you know? But I'm like, Sandra, bust through your fears, you know? And then. But before he calls me, he sends me a message and he's like, what are your measurements? I know. Can you believe that? I'm like, what are you making me a dress? What kind of question is this? Right? Then FaceTime lights up, I answer, and this guy's like, oh, nice. 5'6", huh? He's like, what's that in centimeters? I gotta convert for you too. And what are you doing with all these numbers, bro? Okay, what are you building me a coffin? This is fucked, right?
Next up, we are in the Junction, and we're gonna need some printing stuff. So we're gonna be printing out some merch flyer paper that we're gonna basically post up at the show. And I only go to one place for my printing needs. It's called the Red Hot Printer. It's owned by a couple of cool Italian guys. Best prices in town. I highly recommend it. It's also called, I think, RHP Printers Inc.
I love that one, like Trump won. Yeah, boo. It's funny because when he won, the highest Google search thing in America the next day was how to move to Canada. Everyone was freaking out, like, Trump's in power. Oh, we got to go north to the 51st state. And they're Googling how to move to Canada like it's this strenuous process. It's actually fairly easy. There's a loophole. All you got to do is move to India first and come in with the next batch.
All right, we are in the junction again, down the block. We just left the Red Hot Printing Incorporated. Shout out to our boy Rob for our printing needs. And we're just going to do a little coffee stop at Propeller. My favorite coffee shop in the city is Propeller Coffee. They're a really big distributor. When you talk about consistency, these guys are super consistent. Also, one of the very few cafes that let me do a half calf. There's some beef going around the city at cafes that don't let you do half caffeinated, like you're doing some type of abomination. You know who I'm talking about. You know exactly who I'm talking about. But these guys let me be who I am, which is my weird self, and get a half calf coffee, which tastes like weirdly like a roasted donut. I don't know why, but that's why I love it. I come here to work. This block is, from the outside, it looks ghetto as fuck, but it's an industrial area. They're building some type of science lab building in front of us. There's actually really cool creative studios down the street, and I'm pretty sure that's a gelatin factory at the bottom of the street. But we don't really like to talk about chemicals and how they fume our air in Toronto. You know, we just live like everything is great. And but definitely check out Propeller. It's on Wade Avenue. I think that's what this street is called. And now we're gonna go to rehearsal. We're gonna test out some jokes and then get ready for the show. So, yalla, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I actually just came back from the Dominican, guys. I was in the DR. Yeah, vacation. What? You guys ever been to DIR? You ever been to the DIR? It's lit. But I'm Filipino. I fucked up. I fucked up because like, you guys can pack whatever you want to pack. Bro, I wore an all-white golf shirt. You don't wear an all-white golf shirt looking like this in an all-inclusive. Are you serious, bro? Motherfucker started handing me towels and shit. Like, right. Cerveza, por favor. I'm like, yo, I'm not even Spanish, man. Then by Sunday, I got $90 in tips. I wasn't even mad anymore. I was like, yo, USD, let's do this. My girl's like, yo, let's go to the beach. I'm like, chill the fuck out. Let me clear my section first. Enrique's not back from break. Stop being greedy.
So this is my open mic. I have my crowd here. Look at this, just a swarm of white teenage girls. That's exactly the audience I'm going for. That made me feel like R. Kelly for a bit. And we're just gonna try out some jokes and see how they go. Some of them might make it tonight. Some of them might not. Dwayne is the only audience member out here. So let's get this fucking show on the road. How's everybody doing? Woo, woo, look at that. Can I have a single neat mezcal and then I'm just hitting my weed pen? Yeah, you know, sometimes I'm just a conflicted Muslim. Let's just stick with that. Yeah, I've been celibate for a few months now, actually. It's just by choice, you know, by choice. By choice, yeah, you know. You know, you could tell Jesus, all those times I've been celibate, bro, you know what I'm saying? Help me. I was like, oh, Marwan, Allah is good. Allah is very, very good. I was like, he is. And then he looks at me, he's like, so why don't we get some hookers and cocaine tonight? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to hell. I made this girl retarded. And this is not good. Guilty. I'm guilty. Guilty as charged, $1,000, 5 demerit points, whatever you want. He's like, okay. I was like, bye, Alice. She's like, bye, Marwan. And then we leave. What do you think about that one? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This is where dreams die.
I leave the club, and I start going. I'm walking down the strip, and on the strip, the guy there's this like club promoter who's following me for like 15 minutes. He goes, trying to get me to his venue or whatever. I say, yo, I'm good. He goes, speaking Spanish or Portuguese. He goes, da, da, da. I say, yo, listen, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. He goes, where are you from? And I said, this is in my mind. I'm like, I don't want this conversation to go on any further. So I'm gonna tell this guy all the way in Barcelona. I'm gonna tell him a random place that he would never know. I said, yo. He goes, where are you from? I said, I'm from Scarborough. I turn, all I hear is, I was like, yo, this place is finished, man. We are cooked, man. So, listen, man. Thank you guys so much for having me, man. This has been mad fun.